All right, Lincoln, go ahead and read number 1.
In the diagram, the measure of angle G equals measure of angle HMP. Therefore, triangle HMP is similar to triangle HGK by blank.
Okay, let's go ahead and notate. Angle G is congruent to angle HMP. So it looks like I'm looking at two similar triangles of this nature right here. Maybe this triangle, and then this other triangle right here. So it'd be clever for us to separate it. So let's do that. So I'm going to draw my small one on the left. Here's my small one. And also label, we have HMP. And then my larger one, I'm going to put it right here. Figure not drawn to scale, and that's okay. We have the big one is HGK. GK. And let's put in the notations given. So it is given that this angle is congruent to this angle. So something unique is happening. When the figures were overlapped, is there an angle that it's sharing? Do y'all see this angle over here in the corner? Yes. Angle H is part of the small one and the big one. Let's notate that. So we know angle H is congruent to itself. What property was that? Reflexive property of congruence. So I know these two triangles are congruent by side, 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 or angle, angle similarity. Which one is it? Angle, angle similarity. Okay, let's go on to number 2. Okay, Macy, go ahead and read number 2, please.
In the diagram below, if measure of angle D equals 60, show that the triangle DGE is similar to the triangle EGF.
Okay, so we're looking at angles again. So let's go ahead and put in the measurements that I know. Angle D is 60. If this is 60 and I have that right angle symbolic notation, the top small angle in that E is going to be how many? 30, okay. So if this is 30 right here, and I know as a whole angle D is 90, so that means I have 90 minus 30 is what? 60 here as well. I could technically stop right here because I have 90 and 60 and 90 and 60, but if I want to go further, we know this is also 30. So let's go ahead and redraw this figure. I'm going to draw it in a tall manner, and then draw another tall one. You don't have to redraw it. Some of you guys can kind of look at it by rotating, but I like it in the same position. So let's go ahead and write this one is D, E, G. So then we have, on the next one, we have E, G, that's a G, and F. And let's put in what I know. This is 60, and this is also 60. To show that they're similar, all I need is at minimum 2 angles that are congruent. Do I already have that? I already have angle 1 here, angle 2, angle 1, angle 2. They're the same, so we know we have by angle, angle similarity. And the reasoning would be the fact that we have 2 angles that are identical on the corresponding parts. Good? It says to show, and we did by figuring out the angles. Okay, if you're good to move on to number 3, give me a thumbs up. Okay? All right, Graham, let's read number 3.
Triangle DEF is similar to triangle ABC if DF equals 220 and EG equals 66 and AC equals 100. Find the value of BN.
So we have DF, the whole thing is 220, and EG is 66. And then they gave us AC, the whole thing is 100. And they're asking us to find the BN. So are these two similar triangles? Yep, we pretty much proved it on the previous one, right? So what I can do is, I could say 66 over 200 is equal to what? X over 100. Did we all see that? They're the corresponding parts. So let's put on here, we have 66 over 220 is equal to X over 100. It's a big number, right? Let's cross multiply using our calculator. So I'm going to do 66 times 100 and divide that by what, everybody? 220? So we have 30. So we know BN is 30. And just to kind of self-check, you can notice that 100 is smaller than 220. So 30 should be smaller than 66. Good? Okay, our last part. Tori, go ahead and read the last part.
Length of AB equals 20, find the value of x and y.
Okay? So we know if two lines are parallel, let's see what's happening. So my AB, this right here is 20. Fill that in. Because let's think about the parallel parts. We know the parallel parts was create the sides to be proportional, meaning I could say 2 over 8 is equal to x over 20 minus x, or I can do the other part. Watch this. What is 8 plus 2? 10. So instead, could I do x over 20 is equal to 2 over what? 10. So we have x over 20 is equal to 2 over 10. Let's try that. Without doing cross multiplying, do you guys notice a pattern here? 20 is double the 10, so that means this x must be double the 2. What is double the 2? That's it. If you did cross multiply, we'll get the same thing because 20 times 2 is 40. 40 divided by 10 is 4. So we know our x is 4. Good so far? Okay. For the y and the 5p's, we would actually have to separate the figure. I want you to draw me a small triangle on the left, bigger triangle on the right. You may label if you want. I'm not going to. I'm going to write 2 over here and then y. And then I'm going to write 10 and 5. Everyone see where I'm getting this from? Yes? Okay. And then our proportion is going to be 2 over y is equal to what? 10 over 5. So 2 over y is equal to 10 over 5. Oh, dang it, I wasn't recording. I'll do it next class. So we have 10y is equal to 10. What is our y then? 1. Another way to actually do this, we could say 2 times 5 is 10. So 1 times 5 is 5. So we have y and x. Done. Okay, questions on that? Everyone good? Did anyone? Oh, actually, it is recording. Oh, silly me.